Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be on this new Primark palette. This is the Velvet Cherry palette and it is £4. It is one of the new releases. I bought mine on my Come Shopping With Me video, which I will link in the description box for you to check out because they had some really good stuff in the Primark that I went to. So the palette just looks like this, and with a name called Velvet Cherry I was expecting it to be like the Naked Cherry palette, but I personally think it looks more like the Huda Rose Gold palette, and I do have that palette so we can have a look at it side by side. Okay, so this is the Huda Beauty palette and this is the Primark one. I definitely think there's a lot of similarities between the two. For example, that hot pink, some of the rust colours, some of the foiled colours even look the same. So I would say it's more of a dupe of the Huda palette than the Naked Cherry. I'm not going to swatch those palettes side by side because obviously there's going to be not a lot of comparison, because Huda's formula is obviously going to be a lot better than Primark's, and the shimmers on these palettes tend to not be that great, and shimmers on the Huda ones are really good, so obviously you do get what you pay for. So yeah, this video today I'm going to be trying it on my eyes with you guys so we can, you know, see what it looks like, see how it performs. Overall I think this looks pretty cool. And what are we thinking of these space buns today? I mean, a little bit different, I know, but you know, I thought I would give it a go. So yeah, let's skip onto the tutorial. Okay, so I have already done one of my eyes to speed things up, and as usual I'm using the Revolution Cut Crease canvas in the shade Halo, and I've used that as a base, and I'll also be using it later to cut the crease. That's pretty much standard if you watch my videos at this point. So the first shade that I'm going to go into is the light pink shade here, and I'm going to put this in the crease. There are some kind of fallout. I don't know how well you can see that. There is some fallout in the palette for these matte shades, but nothing major. And I think you kind of would expect it from these kind of palettes. I didn't actually realise that the shade names are on the back, so if anyone has or is getting this palette, that shade is called Precious. So I'm going to go into this deeper shade here, which is called Cosmopolitan, and just use that to intensify the crease a little bit. Check out my cute cat mirror as well from Home Bargains for like £1.99, because this palette doesn't have a mirror in it. Next I'm going to go into the darkest shade in the palette, which was this one, and it's Plum. I wish there was a darker colour, but we'll have to make do with that one. So this one I'm only tapping in lightly, but there's a lot of powder coming off it. Okay, so I have just cut my crease off camera, and I do want to go into the gold shade, that one, which is called Inspire, and I'm going to try and wet my brush with that one, because when I tried it before with a brush it didn't really go on that great, and I had to use my finger, which I do not like doing. So I'm just going to use it's the Superdrug Vitamin E Hydrating Mist. I'm just going to try and spray my brush just to see if we can get a little bit more intensity out of that colour. So wet brush did not help. I'm going to just go in with my finger and do that one, which I hate doing because I have, you know, acrylics on and it's hard for me to be very precise, but we will keep going. Shade I'm going to go into is this light peach shade that is called Frenchie, and I'm just going to use that to bridge the gap between the gold and the plum colour. Next I'm just going to pop that pink shade Precious all over my lower lash line. So off camera I just applied the AOA Studio Fat Lash Mascara to my bottom lash line and the Primark Kohl Pencil in Brown. Next I am going to go into this is the Revolution Eye Glisten in the shade It's Fate. I'm going to take the gold glittery end and just put a little bit on the crease line just to make it sparkle a little bit. So continuing with the Primark theme, the highlighter I'm going to use is from this Glow Getter palette, and there's so many pretty shades, I don't know which one to use. I mean, I used this one in my last video. I think I'm going to use the white, which is called Ibiza Nights, and I'm also going to put a bit in my inner corner as well. Just put a little bit on my brow bone just to be a little bit extra as well. And if anyone wants to know, the lipstick I am using today is the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in the shade Dreamer. I kind of feel like this one's a little bit sticky though, because the rest of them dry down, stay really matte, but I feel like there's like a tackiness to my lips on this one. So yeah, it's the first time trying this shade and it's not my favourite out of the bunch, but I thought I would keep it pink with the theme. Okay, so the eyes are done, and overall I think this look does look really cute. I wasn't expecting this Velvet Cherry to be any good because I have done a video on the Primark Tropical Storm palette, which is in like this kind of range and format, and I didn't think it were that great. I found that it was okay, but you had to work very hard at it, and I hate it when you have an eyeshadow palette and you really have to work hard, because there are so many palettes now that are really affordable, that are really easy to work with. Say for example Technic, Revolution, they do some really great eyeshadows and they're really affordable. So the mattes on this palette I thought were really good. They were really pigmented. I mean, look at my crease, how bright that it looks. I think they were stunning. I do think that the foils let them down. I mean, I did only use this gold foil here, but it was so much work, and eventually the only way I got it to work was with using my fingers, and that is not my preferred method of application. So yeah, but out of the palette there are only 4 of the, I was going to say shimmers, but of the kind of like foils, because they've got like a weird kind of texture to them. So there's only 4 out of the whole palette, so I mean it would be worth it just for the mattes. I am going to do some swatches now just so you can see what they look like on my arms. Okay, so here are the swatches. Look at how bright that pink is. That's pretty cool, that one. The metallics look so much better when I've swatched them. It's like they apply a lot better with the fingers, because when I've tried them with the brush they don't apply well at all. But yeah, this is what they look like. Okay, so that was the swatches, and the shimmers definitely performed a lot better on those swatches than they did on the eyes and with a brush. So on this palette, I think for £4 the mattes are really good, and the shimmers are just okay, like if you want to work at them. I would say definitely better than the last Primark palette like this that I tried. What was it called? The Tropical Storm. I will link that in the description box so you can check that video out. But yeah, I'm really happy with the look that I've done today, and yeah, I don't think it's a bad little palette. So thanks for watching, and check out my other videos I'm going to leave in the description box. There'll be a lot of videos coming soon because I'm trying to plow through all the kind of videos that I have to film, so there might be a few more usual than my normally like uploads. So I will see you very soon. See you later. Bye.